Hi everybody, quick video on using Canvas. In this video, I'll be covering a few um, items. Of course, logging into Canvas, which there's a video on that. Viewing your module information, basic items, learning outcomes, of course, your assessment for the module and syllabus. Possibly you may need to edit module content. I've seen on some of the modules that the module leader at Anglia did not post the syllabus, so they have given you flexibility to modify the order in which you teach the syllabus. And I'll also show you how to add your lecture notes to Canvas for the students to access. So let's begin. Of course, the first step is you will need to log into Canvas. So you go to canvas.anglia.ac.uk. And of course, your username here will be your Anglia username, short username at anglia.ac.uk, and of course your password. Like I said, there's a video on this and giving instructions as to how to log in. So once logged in, you will come to your dashboard on Canvas, and scrolling down you'll be able to see your modules that you have been enrolled for this semester. So I'm going to start with one of the modules I'm enrolled for, decision making and problem solving. So by clicking on the module link, the module opens up, and you're going to land on the home page of that module. So on the left hand side here, you have navigation links to various aspects of the module, such as the assignment, the syllabus, the students who are enrolled onto the module definition form, reading lists which may or may not be populated depending on the module leader at Anglia Ruskin. And of course, modules, in this case, Canvas utilizes the modules to refer to a week by week or lecture by lecture breakdown. So don't get confused by the word modules here. Modules in Canvas just simply means a week by week or lecture by lecture breakdown. So of course you could use the quick links to the top here as well. Learning outcomes and timetable will pretty much take you to the syllabus page. Assessment will take you to the assignments page, right? You may need to edit the home page, because if you notice, the module leader here is Dr. Helen Benton from Anglia. Scrolling down, you will see there's some spaces, or there's a placeholder for you to add your names and the other tutors at SAM as well. So to edit this, all you have to do is click the edit button, and it opens up the same page in a HTML editor. So you can just scroll down, and where you had module tutor 1, I'm just gonna put Andre Samuel, Sam, module tutor 2, Tricky Big, Sam as well. And well, I suppose email, you could put your email there if you want students to contact you. It's actually recommended by Anglia. So once you edit it, you press save, and that will now be saved onto the module. So this is what it will look like once completed. Okay, of course you could add a picture there too as well. That is not mandatory. Okay, so to view the assignment, you go to the assignment link here, or you could use the quick link to the top as well. And you'll notice that this module has two assignments, a 010 presentation and a 011 coursework. So just click on the link there to view the details of that particular assessment. So you see it's a 20-minute group presentation with 20% and the assessment information is a bit lower down. Now I've seen in other modules where the module leader at ARU has utilized a link to download a document, for example, a Word document, which contains the assessment requirements and specifications. So in some cases, you may see a link to a Word document which will provide the details, such as the tasks and of course the marking criteria for the assessment. Okay, so you will notice that also that these items are published. Published means that the students can see it um, as well. So that's how you get your assignments. You see assignments, you go to coursework as well, just to complete this particular module. So coursework 011, 2400 word assignment, 80%, due on December 19th. Now that date is the date scheduled by Anglia Ruskin University. Sometimes I know our dates are a bit different, so your program manager and coordinators will of course liaise with you guys to let you all know when is the actual date, and students of course will receive a memo of such as well. All right, so there's your module information. Now in terms of the syllabus, so you click on syllabus, you're going to see the learning outcomes, and you see a week by week breakdown, very much similar to what you would have seen in the old module guide. All right, week by week breakdown. Now I've also seen, for example, if I go to one of my other modules, let's say project management, where the lecturer at Anglia Ruskin has actually, in the syllabus section for this particular module, he has actually left it open. So you see learning activities there. He has actually left it open for the lecturer at SAM to, of course, modify and work out their teaching schedule and activities. So you could, of course, press the edit button, and in the editor you could scroll down and you could of course add your details here. So I might say week 1 topic and student activity, I might say introduction to project management, defining a project, for example, and I could do that for the various weeks, and of course you press update syllabus and that will be updated and reflected on your syllabus. So if you do see learning activities blank, or it has not been customized by the module at ARU, what you should do is of course put in your lecture activities or learning activities on a week by week basis. Again, this is flexible, it's really up to you, so you could move around the topics based on the assessment requirements, for example. All right, so that's pretty much it for the basics. So your home page, just to recap very quickly, gives you the basic module information. The assignments page gives you a breakdown of the assessments, and if you click on the links, you'll be able to see the task required, and of course the marking criteria and so on. And of course syllabus, this is where you get the learning outcomes, and of course the week by week breakdown. Okay, now in terms of adding content, I'm just going to go back to my decision making problem solving module here. So if it is you want to add your lecture notes to the module, you just simply go to modules, and the template that this particular module has, a week by week template, and if you notice to the right hand side there's a little plus sign, for example, there's a little menu option there, so you could actually edit the naming of each row here. You could delete it, you could duplicate, and so on. What you really want to do is, of course, click on the plus sign to add a lecture note, for example, and it's asking you what do you want to add. So I want to add a file, which is, let's say, a PowerPoint file or a PDF file, and I want to add a new file, of course. So click on new file, and then you just choose your file, browse to your lecture notes, as it were, decision making, problem solving. So I go to session 1, introduction, for example. All right, and you say add item. So there's a session there, add item. All right, so now the session has been added and it has been published. So this is published, meaning the students can actually see that there. And you also have to make sure that week 1 is published as well. So you have some control here. You could actually upload all of your material, but only publish them when necessary for the students to view. Of course, one of the challenges we may have as a group of lecturers on a module, or like working on a module, all of your students enrolled to the module will be able to see the lecture notes posted by any individual lecturer, So I've advised a few lecturers who have seen, if for example, we have 3 lecturers on a module, we can each upload individual files to week 1. All we have to do, for example, is come here and I might just say edit, and I might change this to say Andre Samuel session 1, and just press update. So now students will actually know that this is my lecture here. And let's say, for example, Shakir wants to add another lecture in the module, wants to add a file, he will just press the plus sign. Again, add a file, new file, choose the file, of course, and I'm just going to choose another file just for editing purposes. And of course, you press add item. Right, so he has added his file. He'll need to come here and edit the name of the file. So he'll put Shakir Big session 1 introduction and update. So in this case, if you have multiple lecturers on a module, you can each upload a file to the various weeks and just rename the file with using your name, so that your students will know that that particular file belongs to your class or it's your lecture. Okay, so that's one easy workaround to it. Of course, we could also work together and use the same basic slides, which I know may be a bit challenging, but this is one way of being able to post all of our material on Canvas, and takes away from the tedious task of having to email students and follow up with class reps and so on. All right, so that's how you can add module content sorry, to your to your module. All right, so that's basically it there. Any questions, you can of course email me or contact your program manager. Thank you.